my new film, Bastard Toadflax, my character Jack competes in an underground fight club that takes place inside of a freight truck. Or so you think. Sometimes you have to think outside the box to make your set work. In our case, it was really hard to convince a truck driver to let us use the back of his truck to shoot something, let alone, a fight scene, in hopes that nobody gets hurt. So the team and I decided to use a storage pod. It was just about the same size that we needed, give or take a few feet, and then with the help of the greatest lighting crew I ever worked with and some cool camera angles, it worked. It made the illusion work. I have a few friends in the trucking industry and I call them up, but just to get them to give me a weekend to use their truck, it just wasn't gonna happen. They have to go to work. Believe it or not, trucking is I think I read, one of the top 3 most common jobs in America. So these guys are always on the road. It wasn't gonna happen. And then a truck is actually elevated. So getting the stage and the crew and everything was just running the wires, the lights, it was just harder to use a truck than it was to use a pod, which is flat on the ground and stationary. So it worked. When calling friends and for favors fell through, we actually started to look at how hard it would be to get a broken truck from a salvage yard and just do whatever we wanted with it. That's not easy to come across, just getting that truck. Now you're looking at locations to put a truck, and then what would you do with it afterwards? The logistics didn't make any sense. When I thought I had gotten my hands on a truck, I called my other friend who owns a business in an industrial area of Long Island. I asked him if I could park the truck in his parking lot on a weekend so we can shoot, because he wasn't open. And he said, well, I have a storage pod. Would that work instead of bringing a truck? And there it was. Bastard Toadflax will be available online soon, so just follow on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for updates and for interesting, I hope, helpful information like this.